us for 45 episodes in NBA 2K20.
We've had so much fun connecting with you all over this past season.
So as we put NBA 2K20 to a close, we take a look back at our favorite moments on NBA 2K TV. Check.
The Magic on their way to the locker room earlier tonight. And we've got, well, tremendous athleticism. Thanks, D.A. Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. And it's Carter in at center. And for the Magic, Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ennis in at the small forward position. White drives in. Carter at the elbow. Shoots over Vucevic. And it's Carter missing.
And even as a rookie, you could see the consistency game to game from Wendell Carter. Very dependable on the glass and on the scoreboard for a player so young.
Now here's Ennis. It's stolen by Carter. White down low, and by Augustine. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And with Carter, he's only going to get better over the years.
The upside is easy to see. He always finds ways to contribute to this team. Not sure if he'll be a star, but he'll be a rock on the offense and defensive end for a long time.
Now here's Vucevic. He's coming off a 19-point game against Chicago.
Yeah, and I look at his total effect on the scoring, both as a passer and a shooter. Incredibly productive.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Here's White. 20 points for him last game against the Magic in Orlando. Six to shoot. Down low. Vucevic with the block, and they're able to recover. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And it's Ennis with the ball for the Magic. It's Fournier on the wing. Back to Augustine. Passes it to Ennis. To the middle. Here's Vucevic. Carter pulls it in.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
Outside, White. Well, Smitty, for players and teams that are out of the playoff hunt, how do they stay motivated here to go the rest of the season every night, every practice, every trip?
And I think that's when the organization, your captains, your coaches, you got to talk about being a pro. Sometimes you lose focus. You're not in the playoffs, and maybe your team that was supposed to be or not slated to be in the playoffs. You still are a professional. You have to have a professional approach.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And here are the Bulls now. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first.
With the 9-foot standing reach, Carter has no trouble putting that away.
Augustine passes to Ennis. He kicks it to Gordon. Now the pass to Fournier. Back to Gordon. And he lays it straight in.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
Augustine against White. Outside Markkanen. Back to White. Takes a 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. White's got 5 now.
The height to see over the defense and the unselfishness. Terrific pass by Markkanen.
Pass to Carter. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Carter's got his second bucket of the night.
That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
So for the Magic, Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Terrence Ross comes in for Ennis. And Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Augustine. Nice shot there by Bamba.
Great vision there from Ross to find the open man.
The Bulls leading by 3. We've got 1:23 left here in the first quarter. Count it. Good.
Spacing and ball movement. We hear coaches talk about those two elements all the time.
Starter in this league for almost a decade. Thaddeus Young's numbers, Greg, won't blow you away. So what is it that makes him a winning player?
I think it starts with his defense, Kevin. Drawing charges and getting deflections. His quickness puts him in a position to make those effort plays.
And Chicago has possession. Following the miss by Aaron Gordon. Here's Hutchison. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. And Coach Jim Boylan agreeing to a multi-year extension with the Bulls this summer, Greg.
And taking that interim tag off his title as head coach, Boylan, with over 30 years of coaching experience, afforded the opportunity to continue developing this young core.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Ken Birch is checked in for Gordon. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Fournier. Young. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Satoransky in the corner. Just 5 to shoot. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. On its way from Young for 2. It's good on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Here's Bamba, and the dunk by Bamba.
Fultz not just looking to score the ball, he also is equally engaged in terms of facilitating for his teammates.
Dunn attacking. And so it's Chicago heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yes, you know this, GA. Back in our day, and any day really, if you don't block out somebody, you will sit down.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for Orlando, they've got Mohamed Bamba. Carter-Williams is out there with Markelle Fultz. Then it's Terrence Ross, and it's Birch in at the power forward. Now, Bamba. Thaddeus Young missing on his 3. Pulls up. And with that, the Chicago lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Bamba.
And really, when Bamba has this positioning, you got to get it to him. He's a very reliable scorer from there.
And Young kicks to Dunn. Pass to Valentine. No one near him. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have. Staying aggressive and playing under control.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, there's not a lot of NBA players who come from Finland. Now there's Lauri Markkanen. Before him, there was Hanno Matala, who was actually Lauri's high school coach. Markkanen is soft-spoken and family-focused, but he says everything starts from basketball. All the decisions I make are based on if it helps me in the basketball court. Kevin?
Terrific attitude. David, thanks.
Well, you talk about physical gifts for the game. Mo Bamba, a 7-footer with the longest wingspan, 7'9.5", and that gives him a huge sphere of influence.
Vucevic checked in for Orlando. James Ennis comes in for Fultz. Now Bamba after Zach LaVine missed from long range. Ennis passes to Vucevic. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Vucevic has got the lead up to 3 now for Orlando. You look at Bamba able to touch the rim while still on the ground. And he gets off the ground pretty well, too.
A good athlete, still getting stronger and developing his feel for the game. But he has something you just can't teach.
LaVine, good. LaVine's got his first bucket of the night.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by Orlando.
Here's Bamba. Excellent D there from Markkanen.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Levine, good.
Nice form, the elbow right in line. Zach LaVine has a fantastic looking shot.
Here's Vucevic, up and in, off to an efficient start, 2 for 3 from the field.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Harrison kicks to Carter. And here's Valentine for 3. Vucevic with the rebound. Looking at the last game for Orlando, it was a loss to the Bulls. Ross passes to Bamba. Ennis dishes to Ross. A three-pointer off the mark. Chicago's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Inside, and Levine throws it down.
A lot of guys play above the rim. LaVine plays above the square box on the backboard.
It's stolen by Carter. 1:19 left in the first half. And there's Levine on the assist by Valentine. Now it's a 5-point Chicago lead. And here's Ennis. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. It's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession.
Yeah, just not on the same page. Unfortunate, wasted possession.
So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Ken Burch is checked in for Mohamed Bamba. Gordon comes in for Ennis. Evan Fournier is checked in for Terrence Ross. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Michael Carter-Williams. Markkanen kicks to Levine. And the 3 off target.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
Markel Fultz is checked in for Vucevic. Chicago also making some changes. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Carter. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Lauri Markkanen. And Porter subbed in for Harrison. And it's blocked. They get it back. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's White. It's rebounded by Fultz. The Magic trail by 5.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Fournier against Porter. Outside Gordon. Pass to Birch. The Magic need to get a shot off here. And so it's Zach LaVine making things happen for Chicago. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And a chance now to send it. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. Chicago was looking great right away. At one point, they had a 9-point lead fueled by some entertaining defensive and offensive plays. By the end of the first quarter, their lead was 7. At the tail end of quarter number 2, everything was clicking for them as they closed out the half on a 10.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Augustine against White. Shot by Ennis. Nobody around. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine. You know, Smitty, every team at some point faces some locker room turmoil. How tough is it to balance team chemistry?
You know, it's very tough. Sometimes you have those 1 or 2 player additions that it just changes the dynamic of your team. Sometimes you lose a leader. He might not be the best player. Then a lot of times guys are playing for contracts, and some guys get a little bit upset because they figure they're playing for their individual success versus team. But when you have that right chemistry, it is beautiful.
And at 6'5", White more than capable athletically, like the aggressiveness there. Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Bean passes to Porter. From the arc. And it's White missing. Orlando trailing here. Augustine dishes to Gordon. The shot goes down and he gets this game back to even. Gordon's got 6.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
White the pass to Levine. Trying to get open his Carter. And Zach Levine hits from deep.
He's been a big factor in their offense tonight, making shot after shot.
And Fournier kicks to Gordon. And it's in there. He's got 8.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And the call will be against Fournier. That's his first foul. Terrence Ross is checked in for the Magic. Then for the Bulls, Thaddeus Young. He's checked in for Wendell Carter. Satoransky comes in for Zach Levine. And Chris Dunn subbed in for White. Ross against Dunn. Kicks to Porter. All sorts of time. Dunn tips it back in. And the Bulls lead by 3.
Hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. Young dishes to Dunn. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Dunn's got his second basket of the night.
You know, this is where Dunn's best, shooting the jumper.
When you watch Lowry Markkanen play, it's easy to see how easy it is for him to put up points. Attacks from all spots on the floor and has a great touch on that shot, especially for a man his size.
And it's Dunn penetrating. The shot by Markkanen. Nobody around. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. The Magic trail by 3. Ross passes to Gordon. Stolen by Satoransky. Here's Dunn. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Dunn's got 6 here in this quarter.
In the open court, that's where Chris Dunn can really let loose, creating havoc for the defense.
And there's the feed to Gordon. Back to Ross. Outside Fournier. Down low. Here's Gordon. That shot off. And it's Chicago the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And really, Greg, the only knock on Markkanen is that he can be too passive at times.
And I suspect that will fade as he grows more comfortable in the league. You have to remember how young he is and missed a good amount of time with injury during that second year. And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Satoransky against Gordon. And Satoransky kicks to Dunn. From outside, off the mark. And so it's Ross. He brings it up for the Magic, trailing by 5. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Fournier dishes to Augustine. The offensive rebound and the second chance effort by Gordon.
Yeah, just a fantastic job to stay with the play and just not give up. Excellent effort on the offensive backboard.
And it's Dunn penetrating and stolen by Fournier. Ross passes to Gordon. Augustine from outside, and we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Bulls lead by 3. 2K Sports back in a moment from the Amway Center. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. You've got Ennis, Fournier out there with Markelle Fultz. And there's Gordon, and it's Birch in at the 5. This is out there for Orlando. White, good.
An assertive offensive player. White knows he has the green light to rise and fire.
And Valentine over to help. Fournier for 3. No good there.
So much of rebound is about positioning. Effort. No lack of it right there.
And the call will be against Fournier. That's foul number 2 for him. Zach LaVine's checked in for Chicago. Out to White for 3. Here's Cornette. Back to Levine. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. To the left wing. Tries again. Rebound by the Magic.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look. But this is why we play the game.
Ennis with the ball. White's there. Fultz. The three-pointer, no good. Chicago leading by 6. And Levine, here we go. Add basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
Right there, the burst of Zach LaVine. Once he gets a step on you, it's hard to catch up.
Ennis kicks to Fultz. Here's Gordon. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Cornette's got 5 rebounds tonight. And Levine throws it down.
And we've seen this before. Zach with the ability to put up points in bunches.
And the basket by Gordon.
You know, as ice cold as he was in the first half, that's how hot he has been since the break. No one can match up with him right now.
Now White. There's the dish to Levine. The pass to Harrison. Here's Cornette. Back to Harrison. 6 on the shot clock. To the inside. Here's White. Pass to Cornette. Tries from 16. Doesn't get it to drop for him.
Woo, the defense gets away with a late rotation. That's a shot he normally makes.
And with that, the Chicago lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Fultz.
And Fultz isn't bashful inside. He feels at ease shooting in the paint.
White drives in, and he makes good on the layup.
So good at the rim. A slow defensive rotation leads to the easy lay.
Here's Birch. It's good. The assist that time from Ennis. Ennis has got 3 assists tonight. The Bulls leading by 6. Outside, Levine. White looking around. He kicks it to Levine. The layup off target. Orlando's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Gordon. And again, it's Orlando converting.
Not just selling for something along the perimeter. Excellent job.
Knocks it loose. In transition, here come the Bulls. White's running. Here's Levine. He gets it in there.
Attacking with purpose. Levine takes the contact, finishes strong, now goes to the line for one more.
Vucevic checked in for Orlando. Augustine comes in for Markelle Fultz. Chicago also making some changes. Carter, he's checked in for Luke Cornette. Lowry Marketing comes in for Chandler Hutchison. And Porter subbed in for Shaquille Harrison.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
And I love the play call. This is where you get the ball into the hands of your closers, where they can do something with it.
Here's White. Vucevic with the rebound. Here's Augustine bringing it up now for Orlando. It's a 5-point game, and it's Gordon missing. 2 points here might be all the cushion they need.
You would think so. This game is theirs for the taking.
Fournier against Levine. And White kicks to Markkanen. Porter passes to Levine. Shot clock at 5. From about 16. Markkanen can't get it to go.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
They have very little time to run a play, and then, of course, they also need to foul.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Carter. Here's Vucevic.
That time, Carter's length and vertical paying dividends. He has tremendous potential as a rim protector.
And so it's Chicago winning this one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might...
this very special episode of NBA 2K TV. I'm Alexis Morgan.
And I'm Chris Manning. Special episode because we have reached number 200.
Here's Tatum and
You play 2K
all the time.
You act.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And now you have an album. Anything you can't do?
I can't.
the always busy and with great attitude. His work inside, a big part of the DA. Thanks. As we approach the playoffs, let's see how the East is shaping up. Take a look at the Bulls. Their season nearly over unless a form of miracle happens. And check it out, Cleveland down 4 spots from them.
Well, I think for Cleveland, they haven't gotten anywhere near where they wanted to be this season. Pretty clear there's a big talent gap between them and the true contenders.
Well, you hope that they realize that and they have some self-awareness, but can they win some games, carry some positive energy, maybe some momentum into the offseason with which to build on?
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Carter in at the 5, patrolling the paint. And for Cleveland, Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Ashman and Love are the forwards. And it's Drummond in at the 5 down low. 5 on the clock. Markkanen kicks to Levine. Over Sexton. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And so it's Drummond with it. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
Yeah, I mean, their execution at times was flawless, but they also made some mistakes that ultimately did them in.
Well, they had the home fans worried for a little bit. I know that.
Here's Carter, and then Carter with the dunk.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Now, here's Garland. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Sexton off target with his 3. For Chicago, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started.
Well, the young bull, Colin Sexton, getting a lot of playing time in his rookie season, allowed him to play through his mistakes, and that's what you hope for coming in. They are 0 for the game thus far, 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
And stolen by Sexton. Here's Love. Count it. And even as the Cavaliers lagged at the very bottom of the standings, Greg, Sexton publicly described the season as fun. Would that bother you as a veteran?
Losing seasons, they suck. I mean, no other way to put it. I think he cares about winning, but keeping that positivity is probably the best approach.
Levine can't hit.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Here's Sexton. Got a piece of it. Stolen. Here's Drummond. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. For Chicago, they've gone to it.
Too much at that.
And you got to like the vision for Markkanen. I mean, a big man who knows how to find the open man.
And Levine comes to help. Stolen by Carter. Porter looking it over. Now here's Levine. One of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game. And Sexton over to help. 6 to shoot. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And so here's Cleveland. The Cavaliers trail by 4. To the wing on the left. And Drummond kicks to Love. He's looking for Drummond and finds him with nobody on him. He parries the jumper.
Love has a knack for recognizing when a teammate's going to break wide open.
And for the Cavs, their #1 goal is to identify a young superstar to build around.
Yeah, they've had a nice collection here of guys that they hope step up and step out. Cleveland's only 2 Rookie of the Year award winners have been LeBron James and Kyrie Irving. Franchise changers hard to find. Sexton realizing that one of his guys is wide open, and that court awareness, he was able to get it to him.
Outside, White. There's 45 seconds left in the first quarter. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. Sexton the pass to Garland. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
Cleveland shooting their first free throws of the night.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
Dunn is checked in for White.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Now, here's Dunn. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Outside, Levine. 5 to shoot. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
Tristan did a great job of elevating to deny that one.
Here's Dunn. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. .11 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Garland kicks to Porter. Now Garland. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still and this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
Well, look at the turnover ratio, then look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Yeah, hopefully the opposition can recover, because that first quarter defensively was unbelievable, just crippling defense.
So the Bulls 5 right now. We've got Satoransky. He's out there with Chris Dunn, and it's Hutchinson in at the 3, the small forward. Clock at 2. Thompson with the rebound. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for Cleveland. Victory eluded them last time in Chicago when they faced the Bulls.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out-rebounded.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. When it comes to hustle, effort, who would you put on the floor to get those 50-50 balls that are just so important? And sometimes, with the winner-loss in the balance.
And I watch Kawhi Leonard, and even though he's a superstar player, there's still some efficiency in his action to go and get that ball.
He just never stops.
He never stops. And so, yeah, he might not get dirty, but he doesn't have to, because he outsmarts everybody else to get to it. And we have scrappy guys like Marcus Smart and Patrick Beverly, who we've talked about as being nuisances on the court. But those guys are invaluable to any coaching staff. And when they have those kind of plays, it just gets everybody going and brings a level of energy back to the game.
It does energize it. You're exactly right. Denzel Valentine, he's checked in for Chicago.
Even double team, he had the vision to see the open man.
Garland, the pass to Windler. Up top, Nance. It's blocked, and they'll keep possession. And a wide open look for Porter. Great positioning on the putback. Nance has got the lead up to 2 now for the Cavs.
Well, Nance can be quick, and this time out-hustles his opponent to the offensive board.
It's stolen by Nance. And here's the break. Here's Windler. Finished off the break.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Valentine with it. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Magic in Orlando. Fires for 3. Offensive rebound. Cornette. Young finds Satoransky. From outside, off the mark. The Cavaliers leading by 4. Thompson passes to Garland. Back to Thompson. And here's Nance. Cleveland moving the ball around.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
A different look now for Cleveland. Drummond's checked in for Tristan Thompson. And it's Colin Sexton in for Garland. Shaquille Harrison, he's checked in for the Bulls. Now, here's Sexton. 26 points for him last game against Chicago. Just 3 to shoot. Porter with the steal. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. They get it back. There's the pass to Windler. Sexton kicks to Porter. From deep. But they'll get another chance. Pass to Windler. Back to Sexton. Three-pointer. Gets that one to drop. First one of the game after 4 straight misses.
With this lead, they're playing confidently, showing a quick trigger from beyond.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
On the wing, Porter passes it to Windler. Here's Sexton. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. To the right side. Satoransky, the pass to Cornette. And Satoransky kicks to Cornette. There's the feed to Young to stop the run. Offensive rebound. Out left to the wing. Pass to Cornette. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
And the Bulls making a change here. Carter, he's checked in for Luke Cornette. Markkanen comes in for Young. Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for Denzel Valentine. And Chris Dunn subbed in for Satoransky. Now, here's Dunn. Carter kicks to Porter. Dunn outside. He feeds it to Carter, and the shot goes in. Carter's got his second basket of the night.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by Cleveland.
There's 31 seconds left here in the second. Porter dishes to Drummond. Back to Porter. Left side, Love. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Carter. And so here's Cleveland. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, for a big guy, Kevin Love is certainly one of the best free throw shooters in the game, and you don't want to send him to the line.
He hits the second from the line. And here is Dunn. The shot, no good.
I think he rushed that one just a little bit, thinking the defense was going to get close. They weren't.
And so that's the end of the first half. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. Their largest deficit of the period was just 4 points. They were and
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Bulls trail by 9. Ashman and Love are the forwards. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. And it's Drummond in at the 5. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. And Darius Garland picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here is Porter. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Outside, White. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Drummond's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Well, you look at the former All-Star Andre Drummond and the way he rebounds, Greg. He might be the best in the league in that department.
I mean, few players in the history of the league can go off for 20-plus rebounds on any given night. Drummond's one of them. Attacks the glass on the offensive end so well. His offensive rebounding, for me, sets him apart.
From past the arc, they get the rebound. Carter out to White. Back to Carter. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Well, here are a group of point guards that have dialed up their own offense in the second half of the season. These are the top scorers at the one spot since the All-Star break. And you look at White, 3rd in the league. He typically dominates out there. He can seemingly score at will.
And this is a group of guys who have that uncanny knack to simply score and put points up while they find ways to get the rest of the team involved. Really the complete package.
Well, he is the modern point guard defined. Players who aren't just out there to direct traffic and keep the ball moving, but guys who can lead the entire offense at times by themselves. Just tremendous scorers.
Here's White following the basket by Colin Sexton. Here's Carter. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Garland. From the baseline, Markkanen pulls it in. Markkanen's got 4 rebounds now tonight, and that's a foul called on Colin Sexton. That's his first foul. Chicago making a switch here. Hutchison's checked in. Levine for 3, sinks the triple. Levine's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the 3rd.
Here's Windler. And the pass to Garland. The defensive rules were different when you played, Brent. For example, the elimination of the hand check.
Hand checking was huge because great defensive guards like a Derek Harper or a Mookie Blaylock could get their forearm on you and basically move you around rather than you trying to get where you want to go. And the other thing, Kevin, that they did was they didn't allow you to have the time in the free throw line. You have a 2.9 before an illegal defense. It used to be a game really of 2 stars on one side of the floor operating, and the rest of the guys sort of shoveled up in the corner on the other side. All those things have changed with the way the league is going.
For the better.
Oh, I think so. Your freedom of movement, fluidity of the athletes. It's definitely a better game in terms of the movement.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Satoransky looking around. He kicks to Valentine. The 3. Count that one, and the Cleveland lead has been cut to just 7 points in the basket from Satoransky.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the 2nd.
Now, here's Porter. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's Windler. A 3-pointer is right on target.
He's going to punish you, Kevin, if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Satoransky, the pass to Hutchison. Here's Cornette, guarded by Porter. Shot clock at 6. Here's Valentine. Cornette kicks to Valentine. That one misses. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. Nice move. The rebound by Young.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Now, here is Young. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. Here's Windler. They're leading by 8. Garland, no good.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Here's Nance. The kick out to Porter. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Pass to Garland. Here's Windler. He's got 5. Over Valentine. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Here's Hutchison. And the first shot of the night for him missing. And so it's Cleveland in the driver's seat, up. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter form.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. So for Chicago right now, Larkin and Carter are up front. Harrison out there with Chris Dunn. And it's Porter at the small forward. And here are the Bulls now after Colin Sexton's miss. And it's Carter missing. And Porter, here we go. That falls. Great assist by Love. Porter's got his first 2 points.
Well, creating easy baskets for his teammates, just one of Kevin Love's strengths.
Dunn looking over the floor. Knocked loose and stolen by Drummond. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Colin Sexton describes himself as a combo guard who likes to stay in attack mode and is very explosive. When he sees a gap and he gets into seams, he gets down there and tries to make some things happen.
And the Bulls making a change here. Levine's checked in. Now here's Dunn. He dishes it to Carter. Porter passes to Carter. That shot no good. Good D by Drummond. And Sexton a combo guard. That's far more of a score than probably a playmaker.
I think that's really what he's aiming for. He likes to watch film on Russell Westbrook and James Harden, and as we know, Kevin, watching those two play, they are very hungry and thirsty to score on a nightly basis. I think that's where Colin is pretty much laying the foundation of his game.
White, he's checked in for Dunn. Outside Porter. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Love.
And every year, Porter seems to get better. His three-point shot continues to evolve, and he's embraced taking on more responsibility.
Well, you look at guys like Otto Porter, Greg. He just brings so much with his consistent outside jumper.
And guys, he's shot threes at a tremendous clip the last few seasons. I mean, really for his whole career. Sometimes can be a bit passive, so you just make sure he's involved in looking for his shot. And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Now, here's Sexton. To the middle. Here's Drummond. And Drummond throws it down.
Willingness to share the ball. Sexton can score and is hungry to do so. You've got to keep your teammates happy.
To the wing right side. Here's White. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Love kicks to Osman. Lays it up off the glass. And the Cavaliers lead by 12. And here's White. He'll bring it up for Chicago. Over to the wing. Markkanen dishes to Levine. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
Well, the pick didn't exactly neutralize the defender, but good concentration on the finish to still get the basket.
Now, here's Sexton. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
Again, more and more of these pick and rolls help Sexton settle into the pace of play.
Bulls trail by 12. Outside, Levine. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Clock at 6. Out to White. Over Love. They get it back.
And remember, at 7 feet tall, Markkanen is tough to keep off the board, solid at tracking down misses on that offensive glass.
Now, here's Sexton. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Sexton's got 10 points here in the second half.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Cavaliers.
A few times this season, turnovers have cost them, but they really kept the ball under control.
They were both focused and relentless.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Colin Sexton.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
Garland, he's checked in for Porter. Back to Sexton. Feeds it to Drummond. Passes to Sexton. There's the triple. And another three for Cleveland.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Levine for three. It's rebounded by Cleveland. 23 seconds left in the game. Drummond finds Sexton. This one for three. Drummond. And Drummond is right there. And the Cavaliers lead by 17.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
Yeah, huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
Where do I start? Where do I get my rhythm? Where do I get my groove?
I always start off with a bounce. You just start with a bounce, and then you see.
I'm part of the baddest game, most successful game in the world. I went to Portugal this year, and the young tour guide goes, "It's Doris Burke from 2K." It wasn't Doris Burke, the announcer. It was Doris Burke from 2K.
Oh! Okay, all right, that's it.
And just about to get underway as the starting fives have been announced. Sit tight. We'll be back. Welcome to DA.
Well, Joel Embiid.
Thank you, David. Don't let go of the rope in this one, Clark. Hold on tight, buckle in. A lot of pace, a lot of speed between these two teams.
No doubt about it, Kevin. And if you like popcorn, you better be able to eat it with your head up, because this one will be fast and furious.
Well, then you're talking about yourself, because our fans probably don't know this, but you're eating popcorn all the time during these games.
Hey, I love popcorn, and there's nothing like enjoying fresh popcorn in an arena. It doesn't get better than that.
I know it. Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Markkanen and Carter are up front. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Porter at the 3. And for Philadelphia, Harris at small forward with Horford at the 4. Then there's Embiid. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Milton in at the point guard. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
Boy, I tell you, you're right. You can feel this one looking like it's going to be a tight one throughout.
Now here's Levine, one of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game. Al Horford with the rebound. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Chicago Bulls. It's a three-point game. Their last meeting was in Philadelphia, where they were unable to fight off the 76ers.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
Yeah, sloppy play sabotage. I mean, they'll have to be much more focused this time around.
Levine kicks to White. From outside the arc, again, Levine missing.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
And, you know, he's a guy who knows how to defend the three-point shot. He's not going to just give it to you. He's going to make you earn it.
The offensive rebound. Porter passes to Markkanen. They shoot again. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Embiid.
The athleticism and blinding speed White possesses is impressive. This guy plays with a lot of moxie.
And both free throws good for White. The 76ers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game.
And there's been some turnover in the Philly front office, but through it all, some bold moves.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, guys. First, the process, and we heard a lot about that as they were stockpiling draft picks and losing a lot of games. It was maybe the most drastic rebuild in NBA history, at least as I can recall. Then new leadership in Elton Brand, who's done an outstanding job pushing all their chips into the middle to go for it. Great credit to him for not sitting back. In both cases, a plan and a direction, and that's what you want from your organization.
Stolen by Markkanen. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by White. Let's take a look at the teams that have done a great job of converting turnovers into points since the All-Star break. Number 1, the Bulls.
And since the break, we've seen them ambush their opponents with that attacking brand of defense. And boy, have they reaped the rewards offensively.
Chicago making a switch here. Satoransky's checked in. And stolen by White. And Satoransky kicks to Carter. Porter with it. He had 15 points last outing. Shot clock at 6. Back to Carter. Shoots over Embiid. A putback. That one doesn't drop. And it's Philadelphia the other way. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons. Richardson outside. Harris outside. Back to Richardson. And a miss there on the triple. Bulls trail by 3. And the call will be against Harris. That is his first foul of the game. And the 76ers with some changes. Scotty's checked in for Horford. Korkmaz comes in for Harris. And Raul Neto subbed in for Richardson. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Carter. Young comes in for Markkanen. Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for Porter. And it's done in for White. Embiid trying to break loose. Scott can't get it to go. Chicago's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Cornett kicks to Dunn. To the paint. And Cornett gets it to go.
Well, one thing you like there is the extra pass. Evidence that the game is starting to slow down for Dunn.
Well, Clark, they say it's a make-or-miss league, as you know, and Thaddeus Young has that knack for finishing.
Yeah, he does. He's got a really good knack. Catches defenders flat-footed with his early release, and he's pretty crafty when he gets it inside. And being left-handed certainly doesn't hurt.
Offensive rebound. Here's Scott. Passes it to Embiid. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Here's Hutchison. Nailed from three-point land.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The 76ers trail by 4. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Young passes to Dunn. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Here's Hutchison. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. From the high post. Dunn misses.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
And that does it for the first quarter. Bulls out front. They lead by 4. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. The game is evolving, and Al Horford has changed his game along with it.
It never occurred to me that I'd be.
And give Horford credit. He adjusted with the times. He didn't stay set, Greg, in his ways.
Yeah, he was always a great mid-range shooter, and he's proven to be a legitimate threat from deep.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. Looking at what we've seen from the Bulls, what do you guys think?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball, and defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Yeah, I like the way they forced a ton of turnovers and then took advantage of those turnovers with opportunistic baskets.
So for Chicago right now, Young out there with Valentine. Then there's Dunn, and it's Cornett in at the 5, roaming the paint. Back to Harrison. He dishes it to Valentine. And the foul on Alec Burks. That's his first foul. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Raul Neto. And the Bulls making a change also. Levine's checked in. Harrison passes to Young. Levine for 3. Cornett kicks to Valentine. It's good from the top of the key. Valentine's got the lead up to 4 now for the Bulls. Embiid drives in. Up and in on the layup. Embiid's got his first points in this one. And with the playoffs ahead, some have argued for a play-in tournament, Clark, to determine the 6 through 10 seeds. What do you think of that?
An interesting concept. In theory, it certainly might allow for more teams to be engaged down the stretch. You know, with Adam Silver, he's very much interested in seeing how to make the game better in every way. So there are no sacred cows. Just because it's been done one way before doesn't mean that he's not looking at ways to change it for improvement.
And keep that fan base really interested.
Yeah, that's a big part of what's made the league as successful as it has been worldwide.
Let's go down to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Josh Richardson has made himself into one of the top defensive wings in the league. Richardson says there's a certain competitiveness that comes with being a good defender. The defensive end takes will, and I have a lot of it. Kevin J. Rich is self-described as super competitive. That edge is what drives him.
It sure is. That's what it takes. Thank you, David.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Valentine passes to White. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Philadelphia. Right now, the 6th best record in the conference, looking to hold on to playoff position and finish the regular season strong. And, of course, there's the Bulls. They're 5 spots away.
And, you know, for the Bulls, they talked all offseason about how this year was going to be different. Nobody bought into it then, and nobody's buying into it now.
Yeah, and it's too bad, really unfortunate, because I did think the potential was there. But at this stage, I think we've seen their best, and it's not going to be good enough this season.
To the left side wing. Here's Markkanen. Second chance shot. White the pass to Markkanen. Inside, Carter. And then Carter with the dunk.
And Markkanen, the big fella, has nice court vision, solid at finding open teammates.
Burks dishes to Horford. 1:43 left to play in the first half. Yes, that goes in. Horford's got the game tied up here for Philadelphia.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
White, good.
And just a great second quarter for them after such a difficult first, bringing that field goal percentage up from below 30 and now with the lead.
Stolen by Carter. Pass to Valentine. White, left side. Just 5 on the clock. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. And Markkanen throws it down.
You know, when Markkanen's in this deep, he should be dunking it every time. I like to see him use his size like that.
And Shaquille Harris gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Porter's checked in for Valentine. To the inside. Porter with the steal.
2 for 1, probably the way to go.
You can't just heave it, though. I mean, it's got to be a quality shot.
Markkanen passes to Carter. Back to Markkanen. Just 4 to shoot. Porter, no luck. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Thibault, the pass to Richardson. So it's Richardson with the jam.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Here's Porter, and it's sent back by Horford. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we... Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of them. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. They never dug too deep. That's all for now. Say goodbye.
And as we get into this 3rd quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Chicago Bulls. 3-point lead. When this game is done, they'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. Richardson and Harris filling out the wing. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. And it's Milton in at the 1 spot. And that's the group for Brett Brown as we begin the second half. First free throw is good. Well, you just watch Levine play, and you can see the athleticism he possesses. Greg just explodes anytime he wants to.
And guys, with Levine, the speed and first step have always been there for him. but you can see the strength he's added to his game since his rookie year whenever he goes at the rim.
Oh, good on the three. The 76ers trail by 5. And that's a foul called on Lauri Markkanen. That's his first foul. It's Richardson on the wing. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. Over Levine. Offensive rebound.
Starting slow in this half. 0 for 3 so far.
That one, no good. Markkanen against Horford. Outside, Levine. He feeds it to Carter. Markkanen controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Markkanen's got the lead up to 7 now for the Bulls.
Yeah, Markkanen doing a nice job crashing the glass there, Kevin, at 7 feet tall. This guy making good use of his size on that possession.
Porter finds Carter. Markkanen from outside. And the Bulls get it back. Levine on the follow. And the Bulls lead by 9.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
The pass to Embiid. Shoots. And he hits the jumper for 2.
Embiid really good at shooting in rhythm off the catch.
Chicago leading by 7. Levine deciding where to go with it. Lets it go with the 3. Good on the three-point shot. Levine's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Scotty's checked in for the 76ers. Raul Neto comes in for Shake Milton. Here's Scott. Embiid trying to break loose. Scott, good.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
I would agree. And it's denied. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. To the middle. And Young slams it home.
No doubt about it on that finish by Young.
The 76ers trail by 12. Harris outside. Hands it from downtown. Harris has got 7 points. Among the bigs, which one do you think runs the floor the best?
Boy, I tell you, Anthony Davis is gazelle-like, and this guy is north of 7 feet tall and is just agile and quick in getting up and down. I think I'd put him at the top of the list. Clint Capella is in that category, and Giannis Antetokounmpo as well, but a lot of times he has the ball and is taking it rack to rack.
He does. Brings it up like a guard, and no one can stop him.
Nobody can stop that guy when he gets coming downhill at you.
5 on the clock. Here's Scott. Got a hand on it. They recover it. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And a chance now to take a look at the schedule for the Chicago Bulls. On Saturday, they're off to Miami to face off with the Heat. Then on Sunday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league. They'll have to be at their best, but if they come out of this with some success, I think it'll build momentum for the rest of the run. And the execution has just been off defensively here in the second. Play after play, it's almost as if they're a step slow.
And Clark, talk about the leadership of a guy like Thaddeus Young.
And he's one of my favorites because he's just solid. His actions speak louder than his words, and he's a grinder. I mean, he's a guy who just gives you everything he has and does all of the little things day in and day out. Tremendous locker room presence.
Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pass to Burks. And a Again, Philadelphia turns it over. Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for the Bulls. The Bulls leading by 10. Down low. And Young kicks to Dunn. Back to Young. And Young slams it home.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard.
Guys, it is symbolic of their effort here tonight.
It's good on the putback.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Porter looking it over. Back to Dunn. Here's Hutchison. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Dunn's got his 5th assist in this one. And so it's the Chicago Bulls enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, you can't run away from the DNA. When he's running the show, he makes sweet highlight reel plays night in and night out.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court for the Bulls, getting this 4th quarter started. Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Inside, it's Young and Markkanen. And it's Satoransky in at the point. And it will go, and the Bulls' lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Embiid. And here's Levine. Left side, Markkanen. Passes it to Satoransky. 6 on the shot clock. Levine for 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the... And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during the timeout, I listened in on Jim Boylan's huddle. He loves the aggressiveness on D. He said we're doing a great job of challenging everything they're trying to do. Stay active, talk to each other, don't let up. Kevin?
Feeds it to Markkanen. Back to Levine. The shot by Carter. Nobody around. Great look, but off the mark.
I don't think he's performing up to his own expectations, but they still find themselves out in front.
Here's Korkmaz. And it's White with the rebound.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Levine can't hit.
It's really surprising that they're up at this point, given that he struggled so mightily.
Korkmaz passes to Embiid. This is to Horford. Over Levine. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Mark, the max contract didn't exist when you were playing. Is it something that should be up for debate?
Well, it's a function of the economics of the league now, and in theory, there's some reasons why you have max contracts, because a guy has earned that opportunity, a way to keep a star player or a max contract player with the same team, I think is part of the reasoning behind it. I mean, debating it and talking about it is probably something that makes some sense. If you're thinking about getting rid of it, I'm not so sure.
Here's Thibault. Guarded by Levine. Richardson, that's a two-pointer. The 76ers with another miss. Chicago leading by 10. And stolen by Richardson. Embiid, the pass to Milton. Unloads from 13. And he nails the jumper.
Boy, the floor awareness and passing ability of Embiid, very impressive. And he continues to grow as a passer.
Outside, White. A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter of this one. 6 to shoot. Out to Carter. Over Embiid. And the rejection by Embiid.
You look at his combination of reach and timing. It makes Embiid a superb shot blocker.
Thibault can't get it to go.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Pass to Levine. Lets it go from deep. The putback. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Richardson, no luck.
Well, that's a good player missing from point-blank range. That's one you got to convert.
Outside, Levine. From downtown, drops in the tray.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
Here's Horford, and he uses the glass on the layup.
A remarkable interior presence. Horford's a veteran who still has those polished post moves.
Richardson against Levine. And that'll be 2 free throws coming. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And so it's a...
Welcome back to 2K TV, Bill
Yeah.
Simmons, the sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your nickname, but if you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
Washed up.
Washed up,
Yeah.
that's it?
Yeah. I quit pickup like 5 years ago.
I'm gonna end it right here.
He's going to end it.
Nightfall in the Windy City with the Willis Tower and the rest of downtown Chicago. Let's now to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Young.
Defensively, he's really stepped it up over the past few months. You can see the jump in his steal numbers, and it hasn't been by accident. He's put in a ton of effort at the defensive end, and boy, is it paying off.
A look at the Magic starting group. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ennis in at the small forward. And for Chicago, Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's White in at the point. And for a player that didn't come in with a lot of fanfare to the NBA, Markkanen is one of the top young players in the league.
Yeah, call him the marksman or the finisher. Call him Larry Bird, if you like. Fantastic stretch 4, who showed he could be a focal point of an offense, can play with an edge as well, and is just scratching the surface of his potential.
Pass to Augustine. Trying to find Vucevic. Gets it to him. Here's Gordon. Goes back up. And it's Vucevic missing.
Cold start for them. 3 shots, 3 misses. Good thing it's early.
And the jam by Levine.
Like the show of unselfishness from Porter, wanting to improve as a passer and hit his open teammates.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Pass to Vucevic. Shot by Gordon, wide open. Buries it from about 10 feet away. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Bulls. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there. Levine dishes to Markkanen. Carter outside. And there's the pass to Levine. Just 5 to shoot. Off target from outside. For Orlando, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Ennis passes to Vucevic. And Vucevic throws it down.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Levine against Fournier. Here's Levine, one of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game. Fires the 3. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3. Well, Chris, as we wind toward the end of the regular season, what do you notice as an analyst that you didn't notice when you were playing?
Wow, I think what I didn't notice when I was playing was everything that goes on around the arena. Now I get to the games a couple of hours early. I get to interact with fans. I get to see game productions. The business of basketball, just how much everyone loves the game, from Adam Silver down to someone at the concession stands at the arena, how it really is a community and a family. Because when I was in Sacramento, I'm just playing for Sacramento. I didn't realize how many people in New York and Detroit and other places supported not only us in Sacramento, but their home teams, and just seeing how passionate everyone in the business of basketball, how passionate they are, and that's just something awesome to be a part of.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And not many checks in the NBA, but C-Web, Thomas Satoransky leading the way on that front.
Yeah, best player from a country that is having a golden age for their national team. Satoransky, I mean, he said that he is very proud to represent the Czechs in the NBA, and he's doing a great job at it.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Young comes in for Lauri Markkanen, and it's done in for White.
Such incredible hops for a center. Look, it allows him to hold his own against any other 5 in the league.
Bamba with the block.
The main weapon in Bamba's attack, the slender, long arms he possesses, helps him block lots of shots.
Here's Young. The putback. No luck, they battled on the glass, but couldn't knock it down. Orlando trailing here. 1:10 left here in the first quarter. No one near Fultz as he lets it go. Drains the three-pointer.
He has to keep draining it from deep. When Fultz is locked in from there, it helps his confidence.
Passes to Young. It's tipped. Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession. While we have a moment here, let's see which teams have scored the most second-chance points since the All-Star break. Number 5, the Bulls.
And offensive rebounding, always a point of emphasis for this group, but for whatever reason, they've had particular success since the break, really just outworking their opponents on the glass.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Denzel Valentine, he's checked in for Chandler Hutchison. And it's Shaquille Harrison in for Satoransky.
What touch on the deep ball. You can see Dunn becoming more confident in his long-range shot.
Ross kicks to Birch. Inside, Bamba. And he banks in the layup.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Dunn looking over the floor. Pass to Young. Here's Cornette. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's the three. Bamba. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And from what we've seen from Orlando, what do you guys see?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Showing no mercy right now. The shooters look frustrated seeing so many of their shots get stifled.
And so in the game for the Magic, they've got Carter Williams. He's out there with Fultz. Terrence Ross is out there with Bamba. And it's Birch in at the 4 spot. Swiped it away. Done with it. Now defended by Carter Williams. Young left side. Pass to Harrison. Here's Cornette. It's rebounded by Fultz.
And see, Webb, you talk to the Bulls fans, and they are eager for a return to greatness.
Yeah, GA, it's been a long time since the Jordan era. The Bulls fans know it. But you know, GA, the Bulls have a very loyal group of fans. Their patience has been tested, though, but this team needs results.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, for Nick Vucevic, there were some great firsts last season. His son, Philip, was born in December. And then Dad made his first All-Star appearance. Nick is from a basketball family. He said, "I'll enjoy telling my son the stories, like my dad did with me. We'll see if he likes the game of basketball." I think he will. Kevin?
Well, DA, it's certainly in his genes. Thanks for that report. Vucevic dishes to Gordon. The pass to Fultz. Feeds it to Gordon. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Off with the layup. There's Porter with the three. He can't get it to go. And Orlando will come the other way. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago. And Zach LaVine gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his third foul so far. So for the Bulls, Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Shaquille Harrison. And it's White in for Chris Dunn. Orlando also making some changes. Fournier comes in for Terrence Ross. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Markelle Fultz. Vucevic with the bucket.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And Fournier over to help. Porter passes to LaVine. For the three. It's hauled in by Gordon. Magic leading by 5. Markkanen finds Carter. Up again, and Markkanen on the follow.
I love the effort there. It's huge whenever Markkanen uses his body and height to grab offensive boards.
Ennis taking his time here. Passes it to Augustine. Now here's Vucevic. White covering. The drive by Vucevic. The shot off that time. Excellent D there from Markkanen.
Well, they say the post-up big man is dead and gone in the NBA, but don't tell that to Nikola Vucevic. An offensive focal point, and he does some of his best work on that low block.
And Augustine kicks to Ennis. Another miss by Orlando.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Here we go, one-on-one. And Vucevic with the basket on the assist by Gordon. Vucevic has got the lead up to 5 now for the Magic. And so Markkanen will bring it up for Chicago. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Right side, White. Latre connects from three-point range. White's got 5 points so far. And you look at the footwork of Vucevic inside, his moves and counter moves, terrific.
Shades of Kevin McHale, and that's something he's continued to develop in the pros, a response to defenders who often surpass him athletically.
Levine inside the three-point line. Again, Chicago.
He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
Gordon kicks to Ennis. Fournier against Levine. Back to Ennis. To the paint. Here's Vucevic. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
The Magic shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. First one falls for him. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Bamba is checked in for Orlando. Michael Carter-Williams comes in for Ennis.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Valentine passes to Cornette. Young finds Satoransky. Back to Young. 5 to shoot. No dice from 9 feet out. Magic leading by 4. Carter-Williams with the bucket.
And the speed in transition. Carter-Williams leaking out quickly, jetting right past the D.
Satoransky looking around. Valentine passes to Cornette. It's stolen by Carter-Williams. Here's Augustine. Again, the Magic score.
You better be careful around Carter-Williams. A constant threat to poke balls away with his tremendous length.
And so it's Orlando in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. It was a closely contested first quarter for Orlando. At the end of the period, they held a 3-point lead. They were in the driver's seat once we got it. And that should do it with the second half about to...
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Nice game. Great performance by Nikola Vucevic.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Bringing the physicality. I mean, they kept working it to him, and he kept delivering.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So for Chicago right now, White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. And it's Carter in at the center position. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. The Magic leading by 8. Outside Fournier. Magic moving the ball around. Good shot selection, largely dependent on getting open. Which players do the best job of moving, you think, right now without the ball?
Period. Klay Thompson, 60 points, 11 dribbles. Did you hear me? 60 points,
Shocking.
11 dribbles.
It almost looks like a mystery, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And a solid playmaker. White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
And it's Gordon penetrating. Ennis passes to Gordon. It's good. The assist that time from Ennis. And it's 6 points for Aaron Gordon.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Fournier against Levine. The feed now to Carter. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Look at Orlando. They're good enough for 8th place in the conference right now, looking to hold on to that. And, of course, the Bulls, 3 spots below.
Yeah, but checking out Chicago, they've had such a disappointing season. Even when they've gotten a little bit of momentum, they haven't been able to keep it going.
Oh, the power on that Pruden.
Got to give Levine some love. Many of the dunks he pulls off are just flat out nasty.
Left side, Gordon. Back to Birch. Gordon trying to break loose. The shot by Birch, no good. Bulls trail by 7. Outside, Levine. Launches it. Rebound by the Magic. Gordon's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Fournier into the lane. Count it. Fournier's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Pass to Dunn. Outside, Levine. And then Levine with the jam.
You see the spring and roll plenty in the day's game. Levine, he's so solid at using it to his advantage.
Gordon open and close and nails it. Gordon's got 4 points in the quarter.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Levine against Fournier. Here's Carter. And that one goes long. And so it's Ross. He brings it up for the Magic. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
This system is set up perfectly for him today. I mean, it's allowing him to find a lot of good shots.
And one of the more transcendent athletes in the game. Aaron Gordon still has some untapped potential. He could make a big leap.
Fournier pass to Gordon. Here's Birch. Back to Gordon. An easy 2 points on the layup. Gordon's got the lead up to 11 now for the Magic. And Greg, we've seen Gordon playing in a slower paced system. He was asked to play at the small forward.
Not ideal, Kevin. He's better off as a small ball power forward, getting out in the lane and using those springs to rise over the D.
Tries from 16. Here's Carter. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Well, he's just such a terrific offensive rebounder. I mean, Carter Jr. excels at using his big body to his advantage on the glass.
Pass to Birch. Banked in off the glass. And the Magic lead by 11.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Done outside. On the wing, Levine. Takes the 3. Kept alive. Great positioning on the putback.
And not relying at all on the 3-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Levine's got 8 here in the quarter.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
And it's Gordon finishing it off.
He does all the little things. I mean, he does the big things. He's got them in front with another outstanding performance.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, no need to give the ball back here. You want to close this quarter with momentum.
Volts kicks to Birch. Baseline try, and there are the Magic with another bucket.
Wow, the solid court awareness. Leave someone open on Fultz squad, and you're going to regret it.
And so it's Aaron Gordon making things happen for the Orlando Magic. He got to double digits for the quarter with 10 points. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play right there.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. On the court for Orlando, Michael Carter-Williams is out there with DJ Augustin. And there's Mohamed Bamba, and it's Vucevic, and it's Ennis in at the 3. Augustin passes to Ennis. Carter-Williams kicks to Vucevic. 6 on the shot clock. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. And the layup's good off the glass. Vucevic has got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Orlando.
When you're open, Carter-Williams will find you. He knows his role well.
Valentine passes to Cornette. Gets a hand on it. Magic leading by 13. Carter-Williams finds Augustine. Chalk up 2 there.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
3-pointer. Hutchison's shot is off. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator.
Here's Bamba, and the dunk by Bamba.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Well, Greg, their poise has been tremendous. I mean, excellent at both ends, has them increasing this lead.
It's good, the assist that time from Ennis. Ennis has got 3 assists in the game. Now, here's Valentine. Carter-Williams covering. And Satoransky kicks to Valentine. Young, right side. On the money from 12 feet away. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Now here's Ennis. Guarded closely. Back to Vucevic. The pass to Carter-Williams. Now Vucevic. To the right side. Ennis hits the 3-point bomb. Ennis has got himself on the board with 3 there.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Yeah, right now it feels like they can't miss. We'll see how long they can make this last.
Hey, Chris, this year Pioneer Chuck Cooper inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame. Long overdue, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, he was the first African-American player ever to be drafted. I mean, let's just think about that. It's Jackie Robinson of basketball. He paved the way, and what he endured, and his teammates, by the way, of all colors, is well documented. And I think the Celtics need to, and I think they will retire his number 11 and have it hang up in that famed Raptors of theirs over there.
I agree. Carter-Williams dishes to Augustine. Carter-Williams, the pass to Vucevic. Hutchison with the rebound.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
Well, that's how you play it. He does a good job of getting into the shooter's airspace.
And Vucevic kicks to Bamba. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah, horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
Got a piece of it. Stolen by Bamba.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Magic.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Vucevic.
Wow, he owned this game. He never stopped working. He did it all for them, and you can't help but admire that kind of effort.
First free throw is good. And both free throws good for Vucevic. Here's Satoransky. Cornette passes to Harrison. Here's Satoransky. Good on the three-point shot.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, how they ended this one is much different than how they started it, and that's a shame.
Awundu kicks to Carter Williams. Frazier the pass to Carter Williams. Here's Awundu. Shot clock at 6. Beyond the arc. Rebound by the Bulls. Here's Gafford. Passes it to Cornette. From 10 feet out, Vucevic with the block. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Vucevic. Here's Dunn. Shoots over Frazier. Dunn shot's good.
Decent at catching it in from the mid-range. I mean, it's obvious that Dunn wants to improve his jumper.
It's off. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's good.
Man, this year was so much fun, but it definitely came with some challenges. Thank goodness for 2K.
That's right. In fact, it's been an honor for us to share our time and our episodes with you, the fans, the community. And the big news is NBA 2K TV is returning for Season 7.
Yes, we're coming your way on September 4th.
Up next,
it's the 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball. Now we have a moment to look at how the blocks have been stacking up over the past several months for Drummond.
But we're just not seeing that same fierceness out of him defensively these last few months. He's lost a little bit of that intimidation factor. He's not blocking as many shots, and he's not making the same impact on that end of the floor.
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Ashman and Love are the forwards. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. And it's Drummond in at the 5. Roman the paint. And for the Bulls, Markkanen and Carter are up front. Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. And it's White in at point guard. And the Cavaliers this summer selecting point guard Darius Garland with the 5th overall pick. The second-year man Colin Sexton already on the roster. Greg, how do you see the fit between these two players?
Well, I mean, both are 6'2". The questions will come at the defensive end of the floor. Offensively, both show great promise as shooters, very scoring-minded guards, reminiscent possibly of a Lillard-McCollum pairing for the Blazers, which could be a roadmap for the Cavs.
And the jam by Levine.
Well, in the screen and roll situation, Zach makes the right decision.
For Cleveland, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Garland, and another 3 for Cleveland.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
It's all about mindset out of the gate. If you're aggressive and they give you room, go ahead, let it fly.
Now here is Carter. 17 points for him last game against the Magic in Orlando.
And right out of the gates, they are locked and loaded. 3 straight scores early.
Here's Garland, and that's a foul called on Lauri Markkanen. That's his first foul. Now, here's Garland. Right covering. Kicks it out to Love. Pass to Garland. Clock at 6. To the inside. The 10-footer. And there's Drummond. That's good on the assist by Garland.
Drummond, a huge target rolling to the rim.
Now here's Levine. One of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game. Feeds to Markkanen. Cavaliers with the rebound. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
You got to give them an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
If they're playing in their own building, they probably win that basketball game. Reality is it's a hard thing to win on the road in the NBA.
And stolen by Drummond. Now the pass to Sexton. Buries the long-range jumper.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Bulls trail by 6. And Levine, here we go. Carter. And he jams it right over Andre Drummond. Wow!
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop break. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
How about the anticipation and the timing there? He is all over it.
And Levine, here we go. Lays it up and banks it in. Levine's got his second bucket of the night. George, what's the best combination of inside-outside basketball you see offensively now?
Well, 2 guys really come to mind immediately for me. It's Joel Embiid and Anthony Davis, because both men can face up and knock down shots in a legitimate enough fashion that you've got to get out and contest those guys. But the other side of this is they can play in the post and be a legitimate back to the basket force who you've got to guard with more than one guy. I mean, how exciting, Kevin, are Joel and AD to watch play?
They are thrilling. I would agree. And there it is for him. Levine's got his third basket of the night.
Tell you, feeling the contact and the concentration to finish through it. Nice by Levine.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And certainly not the most gifted NBA athlete, but Kevin Love Doors has transformed his body from the time he came into the NBA.
That had everything to do, Kevin, with dedication to diet and conditioning. You think about it, Kevin Love was at the forefront of using yoga and other core-focused training methods. That's part of the reason he's been able to hold his own inside, even as he's dropped weight.
And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Larry Nance is checked in for the Cavaliers. Young drives in. And we've seen more face-up play at the power forward position these days, Doris. That works in favor of guys like Thaddeus Young.
Well, he is someone, Kevin, who has always thrived on quickness, his ability to drive and finish at the rim. He has developed his outside shot. This young man has paid a price to try to be more effective.
And another miss by Cleveland. Last game for Chicago, it was a loss to the Magic in Orlando. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Nance comes with the double team. Pass to Young. Here's Cornette, covered by Nance. From 10 feet out, and he gets the jumper to drop.
And this game already taking shape as an offensive battle.
Well, the fans love it. Coaches may not like the lack of defense, but boy, the rules promote scoring, no doubt.
And it's out of bounds. Nice touch by Nance.
That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
Got it up. No good on the last second attempt there. And so, both teams trading. Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vamonos. And what do you guys think about the Cavaliers so far in this one?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And that's what has them ahead in this game. Their floor spacing has been just tremendous.
We've got Chris Dunn, also Thomas Satoransky out there. And it's Hutchinson in at the small forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Here's Hutchinson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Cavaliers leading. A 3-ball.
Well, Young quick on both ends, right? Stifling defense from the long-armed forward. Beautiful.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Here's Cornette. Good D by Thompson.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now here's Nance. His last outing, 16 points for him. And Porter, here we go. Pass to Garland. 6 on the shot clock. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Boy, he cannot get anything to fall, but the teammates, boy, have they delivered.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Well, as you can now see on the 2K leaderboard, these are the NBA's steal leaders since the All-Star break. Thaddeus Young, number 1.
Defensively, he's been a club. I mean, he has just been blanketing his opponent.
Well, Thaddeus Young is capable of playing multiple positions. He is an efficient glue guy who always seems to play to his strengths.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Denzel Valentine, he's checked in for Chandler Hutchison. And it's Shaquille Harrison in for Chris Dunn. Now, here's Garland. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Left side, Nance. Over Young. And Thompson kicks to Garland. Drills the 3-pointer. Garland's got 6 points.
Listen, even average 3-point shooters are going to make that shot. Defense must be better.
Here's Harrison. And the Bulls with another miss. The Cavaliers leading by 4. The wide open look here for Garland. Offline with his three.
Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge.
Some changes for Chicago. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Luke Cornett. Lowry Marketing comes in for Thaddeus Young. And it's White in for Satoransky. For Cleveland, they've gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. It's intercepted. White with it. Guarded now by Sexton. Now here's Valentine. D right on him. Harrison kicks to Markkanen. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot.
Already a solid shooter. When you play off Markkanen, you risk getting burned.
So how about the Cavaliers head coach John Beilein making his NBA debut after 27 seasons as a college basketball coach? Think back to his time at Michigan, the first back-to-back 30-win seasons in school history. This is an excellent hire for Cleveland.
Now here's Sexton. 26 points for him last game against the Bulls in Chicago. Here's Markkanen. It's blocked. Now Cleveland moving it up. Carter against Love. And Sexton has it in the corner. Kicks it out to Love. Porter outside. Cleveland gets it back. Here's Drummond. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Pursues the offensive glass with purpose. Drummond knows who he is, and boy, does he attack it.
And Doris, isn't it interesting? Coach John Beilein has never, at any level, been an assistant coach.
No, but he has made his way through the ranks, going from high school to junior college, Division III, Division II, and then right up through the ranks of Division I. So he now makes the final leap to the NBA. How cool is that, Kev?
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for Carter. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Denzel Valentine. Levine's checked in for Shaquille Harrison. And it's done in for White. Now here's Sexton. And he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game.
Yeah, just amazing hustle. Chris Dunn using his long arms to come away with these kinds of steals.
There's 42 seconds left to play here in the half. The kick out to Porter. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Sexton the pass to Love. Sexton, great positioning on the putback. And the Cavaliers lead by 1.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Outside, Levine. To the middle. Dunn outside. He got it up. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. Their field goal percentage was a robust 50%. And that should do it.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. It's been quite a game for Lowry Markkanen.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low. Just great work.
Tipping off the second half, here's John Beilein's 5. Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Andre Drummond is out there with Kevin Love. And it's Garland in at the point. Well, Cleveland shooting for the game at 42%. Doris, you've covered so many great basketball players over your many years in this business. As a player, coach, now broadcaster, who has been your favorite athlete to watch or cover or report on?
All right, Kevin, you know I can't possibly name one, so I'm going to just throw several names out there. LeBron James has overcome so many challenges as a young person even before his NBA career. So his story is absolutely incredible and inspirational. How about Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers in the history of the NBA? Or Damian Lillard, who has proven so loyal to his fan base and organization and is one bad man when a game is on the line in the playoffs.
For three, Levine. He can't get that one. And Cleveland the other way now.
Boy, that makes him 0 for 3 to start the second half. Not the start you were hoping for here.
Garland kicks to Drummond. Garland, the pass to Sexton. Pass to Garland. Clock at 4. Now, here's Sexton. They grab their own miss. Love right side. Here's Drummond, and it's Drummond with the jam.
Well, that kind of assist will make you very popular with your teammates. Kevin Love is adept as a big man at putting it on time and on target.
Now here's Levine. He's got 6. To the paint. Carter kicks to Levine. Over Sexton. And again, Chicago. No good.
Ugh, ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
And Love with the second chance points. Love's got the lead up to 7 now for the Cavs.
Elite rebounder has always been a descriptor of Kevin Love's game. This guy takes tremendous pride in that aspect.
And Levine, here we go. Lets the 3 fly. Hits it from 3-point range. Levine's got 9.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
The pass to Osman. Back to Sexton. Inside. And there's Love. That's good on the assist by Sexton. And it's 8 points for Kevin Love.
Well, nice job by Colin Sexton to find the open man. You want to see court awareness from the young gun.
Count it, and the Cavalier lead has been cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from White.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Garland. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Wendell Carter. The Cavaliers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Over to the left wing. Pass to Dunn. There's 1:17 left to play in the third. And it's good, 2 points.
Dunn is always looking to attack. When he has room to run, boy, you better look out.
Well, so many people were worried about Chris Dunn's offense after his rookie year. But you know what, Greg? He's turned it around.
And gone from struggling to hit 40% of his shots to shooting better from the floor. Still a strong defender, and he's making people forget that his offense was ever a question mark.
Now, here's Garland. He's got 10. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Puts it up from 15. A putback. It's good on the putback.
The hard blue-collar work ethic on display. This guy just beating everyone to the ball.
32 seconds left in the third. The putback, the rebound by Young. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. A 2-point game, stolen by Thompson. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Nance, and the jam by Larry Nance.
Well, incredible speed in transition for Larry Nance Jr. Wow.
Now done. The kick out to Young. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. The third quarter comes to a close. Cavaliers ahead, up by... And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Harrison out there with center ends. Then it's Young. Then there's Valentine. And it's Cornette in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Now Porter following Tristan Thompson's three-point attempt. Second shot opportunity. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You know what I love about Larry Nance Jr.? This guy came into the league as a tremendous athlete, but his skill set just keeps improving. The passing, the shooting, I love it.
The Bulls making a switch here. Carter's checked in. Now, here is Young. He feeds it to Valentine. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Nance.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
And a quality defender. Larry Nance doesn't need Doris the ball to impact the game.
No doubt, Kevin, because he's willing to rebound the ball out of his area. He's willing to be a high motor guy on the defensive end. His activity is always a big lift to this team.
They get it again.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Cleveland's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. There's Garland. The 10-footer finds the target. And the Cavaliers lead by 2. The Bulls shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. Now here's Valentine. Guarded by Porter. Valentine passes to center on Steve. And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. The Cavaliers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. 2 free throws coming up. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. Double checking, and the game continues on.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Jim Boylan was going over with his team. He got on his guys about allowing too many paint points. He said, hey, we've got to be scrappier. We've got to be quicker to help, quicker to collapse the lane. You guys know what to do. Now you got to give me the effort. I want to see some nasty. Kevin?
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Sexton dishes to Garland. Nance outside. The open look here for Sexton. Drummond controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Cavaliers lead by 4.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
Levine with it. Garland picks him up. White the pass to Levine. Bulls moving the ball around. Shot clock at 5. Porter kicks to White. Off target from three-point range. Cleveland leading by 4. And he comes up with the deuce.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
The feed to Markkanen. That shot missing. Nance with some nice D. The Cavaliers have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Garland dishes to Drummond. Here's Osman. And that's a foul called on Colin Sexton. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, this is a shot he hits with regularity. Defense trying to close, just not good enough.
And Cleveland making a change here. Love's checked in. Passes it to White. Back to Levine. He dishes it to White. To halt the run. That's good. And it's Levine with the assist. Levine's got 3 assists tonight.
And you have got to honor White on the perimeter. Once he gets comfortable from there, it's going to be bad news for the defense.
Sexton. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it, because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
And Levine, here we go. It falls! And now they trail by just 4.
This guy is big time, unafraid in the moments that matter most. Levine, big time.
Pass to Drummond. Kicks to Garland. There's the pass to Sexton. Out to the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Levine. And that one is off. And Cleveland will come the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. They swipe it. Love the pass to Osman. Back to Love. From deep. Off the mark. So it's a narrow win for the Cavaliers, pulling it out. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for
The NBA 2K21 demo is out now, and in this episode, we're jumping right in. Plus, we look back at our best 2K TV moments of 2K20. And first looks at what's coming up in my team for 2K21.
Welcome, everyone, to Hey, Dave. He's done a terrific job. Thanks, David. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Harris at small forward with Horford at the 4. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then there's Richardson. And it's Milton in at the point. And for Chicago, Markkanen and Carter are up front. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Porter in at the 3 spot. Now here's Horford. He's looking for Richardson and finds him. Offline with the baseline jumper.
Looking at the Bulls roster, there is a lot to like. They have a great collection of talent, and their core players are all very young and improving.
And the 76ers with possession. Harris outside. To the inside. Horford dishes to Embiid. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. And Steve, for the Bulls fans, their hopes lie in their young core.
Totally agree. The Bulls should focus on developing that core. Have a good blend with Levine, Markkanen, and Carter. They just need to keep their eye on the prize.
And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. That one falls.
You got to give a lot of credit to Wendell. He moves well without the ball, gets to the right spot, and has great hands.
Here's Milton. 14 points from him the last game against Detroit. Embiid against Carter. Embiid, no good.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
Such a wide open look.
Although Porter's a good bet to make that shot. It's a play you can run for him time and time again.
Richardson finds Horford. Shoots over Markkanen. That's good from Horford on the assist by Richardson. Here's Levine, one of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game. Pass to White. Outside Porter. Dishes it to Markkanen. They get a hand on it. Now the 76ers on the break. Richardson, good.
Pushes it quickly, and he gets something before the defense can set up. Richardson's a good finisher in transition.
White inside, working on Horford. Carter, the pass to Porter. Outside, Levine. Kicks it to Markkanen. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. You know, Smitty, we know players are getting more nights off around this time of the year. How much did that occur when you were playing in the NBA?
Coaches and organizations really came up to guys when they see they were hurting. You didn't want them to play when they were injured. And then at the end of the season, Kevin, usually you looked and said, ooh, we have the number 6 seed locked up or whatever place locked up. And then that's when you start to get nights off. I don't remember doing it during game 20, game 30, where guys starting to get nights off.
And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Chicago. Satoransky comes in for White, and they pick up 2.
And with Josh Richardson, they love his size in the backcourt and his mobility. He moves extremely well.
Levine deciding where to go with it. Five on the clock. Here's Markkanen, and it's blocked. But they get it back. Horford with it. Now defended by Markkanen. Outside, Levine. Passes it to Cornett. He feeds it to Markkanen. Tries from 10, and there it is for him. Markkanen's got his second bucket tonight.
This is where Markkanen is lethal. Good balance off the catch, smooth mechanics, soft touch.
Chicago making some changes. Young's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Otto Porter Jr. and Chris Dunn subbed in for Levine. Then for the 76ers, Scotty's checked in for Horford. Korkmaz comes in for Tobias Harris. And Raul Neto subbed in for Josh Richardson. Ejected by Young. And here we go, the Bulls fast break. Here's Dunn. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. The three, it's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
We've got 28 seconds left in the first. And the pass to Hutchison. Now, here's Dunn. Tight defense on him. Pass to Cornette. Here's Hutchison. Guarded by Embiid. Knocks down the three ball.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. It's tipped, and so the first quarter comes to a close. Both teams score. A native of Cameroon, Joel Embiid talks about making it.
Not knowing English, obviously I do.
And that unique sense of humor, Greg, is a specialty of Embiid's.
He's a fun-loving guy who's become a must-follow on social media. And the transition he's made has been remarkable.
Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. Looking at what we've seen from the Bulls, what do you guys think?
I really thought that everything seemed to fall into place for them in that first quarter.
Sometimes you have a quarter where everything just goes according to plan. Superb start to this game for them.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for Chicago right now, we've got Valentine. He's out there with Chris Dunn, and it's Cornette in at the 5. The Bulls making a switch here. Harrison's checked in, and Philadelphia also making a switch. Glenn Robinson, the third, is checked in for Korkmaz. Neto kicks to Scott. Up again. Goes up again. Young trying to break free. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Trailing by 2. Robinson left side. Pass to Neto. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Outside Robinson. Back to Scott. Just 5 to shoot. Down low. And Embiid throws it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Passes it to Young. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Wendell Carter, he's checked in for the Bulls. White comes in for Chris Dunn. Then for the 76ers, Al Horford. He's checked in for Joel Embiid. And it's Shake Milton in for Raul Neto. Here we go, one-on-one. Got a piece of it. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for the Bulls. Harris is checked in for Philadelphia. Carter against Horford. Looking for Harris. He gets it there. Back to Horford. Feeds it to Harris. Basket counts. Harris has got the lead up to 6 now for the 76ers.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Well, we knew that Tobias Harris would be one of the big names during free agency this past summer.
Wasn't a lot of speculation for him when free agency hit. Ends up staying with the Sixers, and I think it makes sense for both sides, and he fits nicely next to Embiid.
Here's Milton following the three-point basket by Chicago. Uncovered, and a little luck that time, but it drops.
This is where Tobias has really improved, keeping his eyes up, making plays for others.
The pass to Valentine. The dish to Markkanen. 3 on the clock. Carter inside the three-point line. It's hauled in by the 76ers. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons. Here's Robinson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Denzel Valentine. The 76ers shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight. First one falls for him. From a low drama perspective, Steve, which stars do you think would be the easiest to play alongside and be their teammate?
I think Kawhi Leonard for sure, Kevin. Doesn't say much, just goes out and plays. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Jokic, a lot of those superstars. I think Paul George is another guy that goes out and just plays. So there's a few out there that would love to play alongside.
Now here's Porter. He had 15 points last out. Offensive rebound. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
With Wendell Carter Jr., you love the do-it-all ability, the understanding of the game.
So for the Bulls, Luke Cornett comes in for Harrison, and Levine subbed in for White. The 76ers also with a sub. Korkmaz is checked in. Here is Carter. 17 points for him last game against Orlando. That's good. The Philadelphia lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Levine. Harris outside. Pass to Thibault. Porter with the steal. Outside, Levine. To the inside. Cornett passes to Carter. It's hauled in by Thibault.
Great defensive effort. Just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Chandler Hutchison. He's checked in for Wendell Carter. Well, Chicago's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Cornett kicks to Levine. 44 seconds left in the first half. Pass to Cornett. And again, Chicago. No good. Korkmaz passes to Thibault. No good. Shot missing. Nice D from Porter. Bulls trail by 3. Here's Levine. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
What I like about Zach LaVine right now, he's really finding ways to get to the line more.
And the Bulls making a change here. Young's checked in, and then for Philadelphia, Embiid comes in for Al Horford. And it's Scott in for Tobias Harris. Richardson kicks to Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
Give Josh credit, taking the challenge offensively, discipline, and that's a beautiful pass.
Now Levine. He has 5. From deep three-point range. Not going to go that time. And that'll do it for the first hit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is for the 76ers. The first quarter was pretty even. They were unable to ever build a big lead. And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Joel Embiid with a strong contribution in this one.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
I have to credit them for their patience offensively. They understood the matchup, and they took the necessary time to exploit it.
Kicking off the second half, here's Brett Brown's five. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. Richardson and Harris filling out the wings. And it's Milton in at the 1 spot. He kicks to Richardson. defense, Chicago. It's a three-point game. Harris finds Embiid. 6 to shoot. Here's Milton.
What Markkanen does there defensively, he uses his size, stays focused, and stays connected.
Levine dishes to Carter. Passes to Porter. Levine against Richardson. Outside Levine. That shot off, and the 76ers go the other way with it.
Well, you look at the career of Tobias Harris, and boy, he's bounced around a bit. Has never slowed his development or production, though. You put him anywhere, and he'll find a way to help his team.
Here is Porter, following the score by Josh Richardson. Back to Levine. Now the pass to White. Releases. Levine can't hit. And with Harris, he's been moved so many times. You know what, Greg? You forget he's still quite young.
Yeah, I mean, he really is just starting to enter what should be the prime of his career. Has improved every offseason and is a great rebounder and scorer.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Count it.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Now here's Levine. He's got 5. There's the 3. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. The feed to Levine. And now the 76ers on the break. Harris has got the ball, and it's Richardson slamming it down.
You see the mentality of Josh Richardson. Be aggressive and leave no doubt.
Dean passes to Porter. And he could not get that one to go. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Carter. Young comes in for Lauri Markkanen. Harrison's checked in for Levine. And Chris Dunn subbed in for White. Bulls trail by 5. Dunn left side. Cornett kicks to Harrison. Inside, and stolen by Scott. And Embiid with a clear path to the hoop. Pass to Thibault to the middle. Here's Scott. That one goes. Count it. And the 76ers lead by 7.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of.
Dunn looking over the floor. Pass to Cornett. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Cornett's got his first bucket in this one.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
So the wing on the left. Thibault, the pass to Scott. 76ers moving the ball around. Here's Embiid. Takes it off the glass. Embiid's got the lead back up to 7 now for the 76ers.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Feeds to Young. Passes it to Harrison. Here's Cornette. Embiid with the steal.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yes, you do, but it's a dilemma. If you get a great look earlier in the clock, do you take it?
And here they go. Young for three. A shot that time, not on target. Here's Harrison. And again, Chicago. No good. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
At his position, traditionally, his job is to shoot the basketball. Give him credit for keeping his eyes up and just taking what the defense allows.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. We've got Valentine, Satterant's there with Dunn, and it's Young, and it's Hutchinson in at the 4 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Now here's Burks, and out of bounds is Chicago gains possession. And the 76ers making a change here. Horford's checked in. Bulls trail by 7. Dunn outside. The pass to Hutchison over Horford, and it's sent back by Horford.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game. And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
Here's Dunn. 76ers getting the bucket. Embiid with the steal. Now the 76ers on the break. A slam dunk by Robinson.
An elite distributor for a big man. Horford is the kind of guy you want to play basketball with.
Here's Hutchison, guarded by Horford. Dunn kicks to Young. Misses off the right iron.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
Burks against Dunn. Pass to Young. Here's Hutchison. Pass to Dunn. Some terrific NBA players right now out of Michigan State. Smitty, we know that's your alma mater. Which of those guys do you enjoy watching the most?
Kevin, I really enjoy watching all of them because I've got a close relationship with all our Michigan State Spartans. Gary Harris, Draymond Green, Jaren Jackson Jr., Bryn Forbes, Denzel Valentine, and the list goes on. I love because I watch them and I know they're going to come out and play extremely hard because of Tom Izzo and the Michigan State brand of basketball.
Valentine can't hit the putback. The 76ers leading by 11. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Tries to keep it alive. Saturansky against Burks. To the left wing. Dunn wide open. He fires. Drills it from outside. Dunn's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And again, Philadelphia turns it over.
Boy, if you're the coach, you hate to see that kind of miscommunication between your guys.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Young. Lowry Markkanen comes in for Denzel Valentine. Levine's checked in for Saturansky, and it's White in for Chris Dunn. Now here is Carter. Passes it to Hutchison. Shot clock at 5. Levine for 3. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Horford. Porter's checked in for the Bulls. Poked away, and that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Forced them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. And it's Harris off the drive. Porter with the steal. Here's Levine. Good work defensively by Richardson.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
And here's Levine, who brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. They trail by 9 points. 1:05 left in the fourth. Now here's White. He's covered closely. Shot clock at 6. Fires from deep. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Richardson attacking. He's 4 for 6 from the field with that miss. Chicago with the ball. Markkanen finds Carter. And then Carter with the jam.
Quick first step. Wendell showing he can put the ball on the floor and drive it.
On the wing, Harris. Here's Milton. Embiid in the corner. He dishes it to Horford. 76ers moving the ball around. Stolen by Carter.
Just too big a deficit to come back from at this point.
And you know, disappointment starts to set in a little bit. You fought all night, just wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, just a terrific job of just staying with it. Nice.
And slam dunk by Harris.
Beautiful handles by Tobias Harris. A tough cover off the dribble.
Levine for 3. Doesn't go for him. So Philadelphia wins it. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.